What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gavin Richard Presents. Today is a little sad day for me. I lost a friend, an icon, uh, fellow comedian, an iconic comedian, and Mr. and brother Dick Gregory, who was and I should mention, a civil rights activist. When it came to activism, he even put his own health on the line, fasting for numerous days just to get the truth to come out, whether it was about Dr. King's assassination or Hurricane Katrina, 9/11, um, police brutality, being here with the Gina 6. He was always at the front lines. Uh, he was a businessman as well. Uh, I'm hurt by it because I could say I actually knew him and was able to talk to him. We hadn't spoken in a couple of years, but I called to check up on him actually this past Father's Day, and he didn't answer. But I left a message just telling him I hope everything was well. I thought about him, and uh, I love him. And this is hard, but 84 years old is too young to pass for somebody like him. But he was very gracious enough when I was doing my book on Hurricane Katrina that I could talk to him. I spoke with his manager at that time, and I was able to get his phone number. And we did an interview back in April, on April 4th, 2007, which ironically was the 39-year anniversary of Dr. King's assassination. I even had a school project the next year, and I called him because, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know, he and Mark Lane ran for president and vice president, and they got over 1 million write-in votes. He was actually the first black presidential nominee to actually get 1 million votes before Barack Obama. And I should say, Frederick Douglas at one time, he and I can't think of the lady's name. I'm not up on history today, but he was actually a presidential nominee as well, but the first presidential nominee. But that was in the 1800s, and there wasn't even a chance he would be president. A black man, and a white woman on the same ticket. I believe it was the Freedom Party. Uh, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Just if I can't remember exactly. I'm sorry, guys, but it's a little hard for me today, and he's gonna be well missed. Uh, Iconic comedian. I think he was underrated. I really believed, and I actually pushed one time that he get a Mark Twain Award. I know he was recently awarded with the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I believe in 2015 or 2014. He should have gotten it years prior, but because he chose not to tap dance and coon, and because he was active in the civil rights movement and gave up, a lucrative entertainment career just for the cause and struggle of black people and for injustice anywhere. He was there. We talked about Martin Luther King's assassination. He was close with him. He was the one that knew the truth that Dr. King was not killed by James Earl Ray. Same thing with John F. Kennedy. He was on Geraldo Rivera's show back in 1975 with Dr. Robert Groden, and they introduced the Zapruder film on national television for the first time, where everyone saw Kennedy being shot from the front. So he was able to have even and he was doing this also while still doing stand-up comedy. So he was able to, talk about all of these conspiracies that were happening across the in the United States and across the world. But he was still able to have a great career in the entertainment industry. Very few people do that because people are scared of losing their dollars and losing money, but he didn't care about that. And it was evident when he gave up the prime of his career to go to the marches in Selma, Alabama, and in Mississippi with Dr. King, just so that black people could have the right to vote and the right to stand up, to be called a human being. So, Brother Dick Gregory, I know we hadn't spoken in years, in a while, but wherever you are, I just want to say that I love you. We all love you, and Peace and God bless, like you would always say before we start a conversation. My prayers to Lillian and to the rest of the Gregory family. His wife of, I believe it was almost 60 years. God bless you all, and we love you. Peace.